Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, August 12, 2021. The Ministry of Education has allocated $4.3 billion to primary, all-age, and junior high schools for the 2021-2022 academic year. The funds are being disbursed in 4 tranches, with the first payment made in June. A recent bulletin from the ministry reveals that each school will receive a maintenance grant in the amount of $150,000, a $250,000 janitorial grant, $60,000 for internet or telephone services. In addition, all infant and primary level institutions with an enrollment of less than 120 students will receive a flat rate of $300,000 per annum. According to the bulletin, schools will also continue to receive the regular grant of $2,500 per student, which will be paid directly from the central ministry. Meanwhile, a nutritional grant of $1.7 billion has been provided for grade 1 to 6 students on the Program of Advancement Through Health and Education PATH, and $300 million will support cook staff in select schools. $600 million is also being distributed among select primary level institutions for critical repairs, while $80 million has been budgeted for the Rural Transportation Program. The ministry will also continue to provide apprenticeship to some primary level institutions in the overall amount of $76 million. And under the National Textbook Loan Scheme and the Primary Textbook Program, $800 million worth of educational resources, including electronic tools, will be made available to students. Meanwhile, the 144 students at the Pell River Primary School in Hanover have benefited from much-needed supplies for the start of the new academic year in September. Specially packed school bags were handed over during a COVID-19 safe back-to-school event organized by the Sandals Foundation at the institution recently. The bags were packed with notebooks, storybooks, pencils, art supplies, flashcards, construction paper, folders, calculators, pencil cases, toys, and other essential supplies. Due to the COVID-19 protocols, not all students were present on the day to receive their back-to-school packages, but will be able to collect them from the school at a later date.
We are truly grateful to Sandals Foundation for taking the time out to be with us to share in this back-to-school initiative. I must say that our parents are truly grateful in the sense that it is the pandemic, and it's not really easy for them to find resources for their children for back to school.
Pell River Primary is among 4 schools in Westmoreland and Hanover that are benefiting from the initiative.
The aim is to impact 600 students, and the other schools that we're heading to are Little Bay Primary and Infant Department, Happy Hearts ECI, and West End Infant School.
The Broadcasting Commission, in collaboration with the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, will soon be establishing a digital literacy skills framework for Jamaica. Plans for the framework are outlined in the Planning Institute of Jamaica PIOJ's 2020 Economic and Social Survey. It is intended to aid the development of digital literacy as a regulatory tool for the protection of vulnerable citizens, as well as to generate data to support digital literacy benchmarking across countries with similar goals. PIOJ's 2020 Economic and Social Survey results was tabled in the House of Representatives recently. It outlines that when the project is completed, the Broadcasting Commission will make policy recommendations about education, training, employment, digital safety, and media literacy within the framework of Vision 2030. The Commission will also have a prepared paper for publication in the International Telecommunications Union's Digital Skills Insights. In other news, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie says findings from recent entertainment events will provide a guide to strengthen systems and measures once the industry reopens. The minister says the Social Development Commission (SDC) and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management (ODPEM) have been monitoring compliance at entertainment events.
The team went out and visited certain events across the country, including the Dream Weekend. Based on the level of compliance that was observed at major events across the country over the last couple of days, the average rate of compliance is 59.3, which is considered to be average, fair. There were areas where there were not any compliance at all, and that is the question of the mask wearing and the question of persons congregating.
The minister was addressing this Monday's digital press conference hosted by Prime Minister Andrew Holness to announce tightened measures to contain the current spike in cases of COVID-19. It was announced that no permits will be granted for entertainment events during the 3-week period from August 11 to August 31. And finally, Portfolio Minister Edmund Bartlett says the tourism and hospitality sector will intensify its trend towards a digital marketplace in a post-pandemic society. The minister shared this outlook during his presentation at the 36th Annual Canto Conference and Trade Exhibition recently. He pointed out that businesses in the tourism and hospitality industry have rolled out several information-based digital innovations to facilitate service delivery in a quick, convenient, and safe manner. Minister Bartlett says data he has received shows that since the pandemic, travel and tourism enterprises across the world have been leveraging ICTs to improve almost all areas of the hospitality industry. These include the areas of guest services, reservations, food and beverage management, sales, food service catering, maintenance, security, and hospitality accounting. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.